gosh, my hair is such a mess. Right, and I think we are live. Yeah, there we are. Alive. Right, don't know whether people are watching as yet. I don't.
While you do your intro, do you mind if I run and quickly grab your laptop so I can monitor comments easier?
Yeah, fine. I'll just say hello to people. Turn that down. So, good morning America, good evening Australia, and good afternoon Europe. I said it the wrong way around there. How is everybody? I'm having a bit of a bad hair day. Just kind of flattening it down. Anyway, let me know where you're joining us from and let me know what the weather's like. Here it is horrible. It's raining. Anyway, we're going to do a really fun project today. Thank you all for joining. I can see we've got 11 members in the group. That's awesome. That's great. Fabulous. I'm going to start doing more lives exclusively in the group soon. Tutorials. Anyway. Sue Parsons, as many of you will know, was here over the past 4 days helping me get some seasonal projects ready. We also had a couple of glasses of Prosecco, and these are what we did. So we got some pumpkins, I did a skull, more pumpkins. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I decided I needed a backdrop that I could put all these things against. So I'll get rid of these and I'll show you what I'm planning on doing for this backdrop. Basically, as we were photographing all these lovely things, the backdrop, the wall or whatever we were photographing it against just didn't look right. So I found an old piece of glass, which is there. I've got my Lazy Susan on, which helps me manoeuvre it about. I'm going to be popping some decoupage on the back. We're going to be doing some crackle, so we're going to be reversing the process of crackle again. Crackle and decoupage, so your crackle is showing through your decoupage. And then, when I turn it over, I'm going to use these WoodUbend products to create like an iron raw gate, which you'll be looking through into the autumn clearing, hopefully. So, let's get started. So first things first, guys, when you are doing, hello Mal, hello my love, how are you? What's the weather like in Michigan? Was it Detroit, Illinois? I can't remember now. It's been a long time since I watched you. I love your hair being short. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. And there's my son, Dio te li rasis in orea epilegi. Ja se ne bena. Poste nu ke rostinandro. Right, so piece of glass, and we're going to be doing reverse decoupage. So I'm going to be using a piece that I haven't used very much over the years. We've always had this. It's called the Autumn Clearing, I think. Yeah, Autumn Clearing, there we go. Okay, so the plan is, just take my Lazy Susan away for a minute. The plan is that this piece of glass gets the decoupage stuck at the bottom of it. And because I'm going to have, what's that squeaky noise?
Someone from LCC wheeling a machine downstairs.
Oh, right.
I can see a van parked right outside the front door with the side door open, so I assume it's one of those machines that they're wheeling off it wear out.
So because I'm going to have this raw iron, I'm just going to walk you through my thought process, okay? So because I'm going to have this raw iron 3D on the outside of the glass, I don't want it all the way around the frame, it's going to clutter the glass too much. I thought I'll have that like that, and the centre of the clearing is more over to that side of the, can you all see that? It's more over to the right hand side of the actual image. So pop these away again. Put that one away, I love this one. I'm going to do a project with that next week again. So first things first, I need to mark what part of my decoupage I am using. I'm just going to take a, oh back in, balloon is deflating. Hi Daniel, what's the weather like in Canada?
We've actually had quite a few people join us on
Oh,
Facebook already.
Great weather. Oh, Emily, look at you. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to bring that up there so I've got more trees in the picture. I don't know how much of this you guys can see. And I'm just going to take my knife, and there's no wetting today, wetting decoupage. I'm just going to take my knife, and as I'm slicing through the paper, it's separating very easily. I'm trying to be quite gentle so that I don't wreck the paper underneath, because then all the paint will go through onto my working area and it'll get messy. So,
Do you want me to quickly get us caught up on comments?
oh, there's my cuz. Mark and I send our love, gorgeous girl. Hello, darling. I've been thinking about you over the past couple of days. I thought I need to give her a ring. It's been manic as usual. Went away on holiday, Claire, came home and had an accident in the airport. Sat down on something I shouldn't have sat down on, and I've knackered my coccyx bone. So it's very painful. But anyway. Sorry, what did you say, Connor?
I was saying, do you want me to get caught up with the rest of the comments?
Yeah, you
So we've had quite a few. So, I know you noticed
Just a minute, I'm
Daniel...
not going to throw this away, guys. I'm going to leave that for another project. Sorry.
That's all right. I know you noticed Daniel and Mal join us. We also have Elizabeth Dees join us. Say hello, Solid, everyone. It's been a long time since I watched you. I love your hair being short.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier to, although it is not having a good day today, but it's a lot easier to manage.
We also had Laurie Ramirez join and say good morning, love.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Josie Miller said hello, lovely Solly Joe.
Hi.
Aaron Ebbett said good morning.
Hello, my friend.
We also had Donna Anderson join us on the Posh Shop page. Say good morning, Solly Joe from Colorado, where it'll be about 28 degrees Celsius today.
Wow, ooh, that's a nice temperature.
And we have one person joining us in the YouTube chat, Alexandria Goff, joining us saying hello there. Hello, Alexandria.
Hello, 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 and welcome. Right, for those who just joined, we're doing reverse decoupage with Crackle. So I will be putting the decoupage that way down, okay? Not that way, so you can see it from the underside. So I'm going to pop that to one side. And the first thing we do, obviously, is clean your glass. I've given it a nice clean with glass cleaner. And I'm now going to apply my Posh Chalk infuser. And you can load it off a plate, but I like to just spill it on the surface, whoosh it around. I'm not going to do the whole surface, I'm just doing half of it. It's easier to handle like this. So, just going to fold that over, tuck it down, and come in and line that up with the cuts that I've made. Right, Connie, you can come round here if you want to come round there and film that. So what I'm going to do now is just sweep the motion with a dry brush, not a wet brush. I'm just going to sweep out all the creases. Now if I do get a crease and it's still there, whilst it's still wet, I can retract the paper and smooth it down. And one of the secrets to getting this right is to keep this slightly taut. It just helps the paper go down flatter. Right, so I'm just going to peel that back, apply some more decoupage, some more infuser. so that we can get the rest of our paper onto the surface.
And just a reminder to anyone watching that Decoupage and Infuse are about 25% off right now.
Yep, 25% off all these products, guys. That's on our main website. That's www.woodubend.com. Now I've got some creases there, so I'm just picking it up again and laying it back down. Now it hasn't gone on completely straight, that's okay. Here I will have the WoodUbend mouldings, I think. No, WoodUbend mouldings will be over that way. It doesn't matter, I can always fill it in with some paste or by covering it with WoodUbend mouldings. Now, I now need to seal it with the Posh Chalk infuser, and to help the infuser seep into the decoupage and sandwich in and all become one, consolidate, it's great to spritz it with a little bit of water. It just helps the infuser sink in to the decoupage a lot easier. And I don't use as much as my infuser. You don't need a lot of infuser, it's just helping to dissipate the material, the product, across the whole surface. So if anybody needs a break, now is the time, because I'm going to be laboriously drying this off with my heat gun.
So Graziano de Simone has joined us on the Posh Chalk page and said good afternoon in Italian.
Hello.
Nick Goddard and Claire have also both joined us and said hi.
Hi. Is that Claire Lewis?
Claire Bobu.
Oh, hi.
Apologies for probably mispronouncing your name there. We've also had Daniel said it's freezing here today, only 3 degrees, but beautiful fall colours. We've
It's
had
cold here today. I've got 3 layers on already.
yeah, it's quite chilly all of a sudden today, isn't it?
And it's miserable rain.
We've also had Cheryl Haddon say good morning from the US of A.
Good morning, USA.
And Elizabeth Geese has asked, is that Jonathan reading the comments? I am not Jonathan.
No, this is Connor. Right, my friends, I'm going to show you what it looks like before I dry it, and without getting any, because it's very transparent, okay? So I want you to see the difference before and after. So there you have it. There's the clearing. As you can see here, the infuser is not yet dried. Once that dries, that will go totally translucent. We're going to dry that off now. I'm going to apply some crackle gel. The surface needs to be really dry to get this right. But it is an amazing effect, especially on light surfaces. If you're using a heat gun, keep your heat gun moving. You don't want to crack your glass. It is safer to use a hairdryer, but it just takes so long. Or you can go and have a coffee and just let it dry on its own for half an hour. That is the preferred method. Always let things dry naturally. Obviously, for purposes of the live, I cannot do that because I'll be here with you for 4 hours. And you don't want to watch me for 4 hours doing one piece of decoupage. Almost there.
We've had Lourdes Corriere Victor say hola Solly.
Who?
Someone called Lourdes Corriere Victor. Join us on the Facebook chat. I'm probably butchering the name there. Molly Ramirez has said it's 64 degrees in California today.
Oh wow. I And there's Sue Parsons. Where are you, Sue? I missed you.
She says she's doing school run today and not playing with Fab Posh Shop products and a little sad face.
You do school runs.
And we've also had Darcy Montenegro say Bon dia do Brazil, which says hey, good morning from Brazil.
Bon dia, bon dia.
And we've also had Sissy Doodoo say bonjour de France.
Bonjour.
Bonjour de France.
De France. Bonjour. Bonjour, France.
We have very diverse chats, don't we? It seems like everyone's posting in a different language.
I was just talking to Mikai. For any of you, those who remember Mikai, used to work here. I was talking to him yesterday. We're going to be doing some projects soon together. And
I've seen him in videos that we edit together a lot.
yeah. He spoke 5 languages, but he speaks Romanian, Russian, Italian, English, and another language. So he could address just about any audience we had. The Italians loved him. Right, I need my crackle now. So usually to make the decoupage stand out, the colours in the decoupage stand out, I would put the decoupage directly onto a white background. So you need white. I'll do it here. So can you see that? Yeah. You can see how the white makes all the colours come out really well. You see how translucent these papers are? Yeah. But because we're doing it the wrong way around, we're doing it reversed, we've got to think how this is going to go. So, if I put white paint directly onto this, I'm not going to get the crackle in between. So I'm now going to apply crackle gel. Oh, it's a bit wet there. I'm now going to apply crackle gel to the back side of the decoupage. Then we can add the white paint. And this is our Posh Chalk Crackle Gel. And I'm going to use one of our lovely blend and smooth brushes. And I'm just going to apply it all over. Nice big sweeps. Need to be a bit firm with the crackle gel. I like to put it all over the surface. Some people don't, they just like it in specific areas. If you do like it in just specific areas, you need to learn to feather it. Otherwise you'll have crackles and then you get an abrupt space where it doesn't look natural. Your crackles stop and they kind of stop in a line, usually in line with the where you've brushed the product onto the surface. And I'm going to concentrate on working my crackle gel where I've got the light areas. You can still see it with the dark areas, but not as much. So on this piece, the majority of my crackling is going to show up here in the actual clearing. So again, this is going to be another bout of drying the material off. Once you start messing about with this too much, it starts bubbling. When it starts bubbling, that means it's time to kind of put the brush down and let it do its work. That can go on there. Oh, got it on the face now. Waiting people. It's great there's so many people watching in the group. So bear with me, guys. Lots of exercise in here. So is everybody looking forward to Halloween? I am, because this year I have been actually prepared. Usually I'm not very good with seasonal stuff. I get that busy about, look, Christmas is in 3 days, let's do some Christmas food. And we all know that we need to do it weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. But this year I'm good. I'm a good girl. I'm doing it almost 3 weeks, 3 weeks? Yeah, 3.5 weeks before the event. So give me a bravo then. You can tell when this stuff starts to dry, it starts to go dull.
So we have a few comments that have come in.
Yeah.
We have Trisha Faley say, oh my god, long time no see my friend. Trisha Faley say, oh my god, long time no see my friend.
Hello, Trisha. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm really happy about this.
We've had Linda Lord Novakowski say good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Let us know what the weather's like, guys.
Yeah, it's the weather like in Niagara Falls. That's where Linda is. On near Niagara Falls, if I remember right. We've also got Anna Decoupage say hello everyone from Romania.
Hello, Romania.
And Daniel's asked a question.
Yep.
He's asked, is the crackle gel step 1 or are you going straight for step 2?
This is step 1, my love. This is crackle gel, the translucent stuff.
I think it's because you're doing it the reverse decoupage, so normally you put the white on the bottom, wouldn't you, and then the crackling gel.
I'm doing reverse decoupage, Daniel.
We have actually a couple more questions. We have Antonia Perez saying, hey there, I have your materials here and I don't know how to use them.
You've got what?
Our materials. Let us
well, let us know what you've got there and we will explain how to use them, or we will send you to a blog on our website. We've got that many. I'm sure the products you've got will be a blog for them anyway. But generally, we've got a few more patches.
yeah, let us know exactly what products you want some advice on, Antonia. And I can answer this question. Josie Miller has asked, is the sale available in the USA?
Yes, it's available for whoever buys from our website.
If you just go to WoodUbend.com, in the top left there's an on sale button. When you click that, it can lead you to 2 sections, either the retiring sale, which is 50% off, and has been running for a while on any products that we're not going to be restocking. And then there's also the current sale, which is the autumn 25% off for all appliques, all decoupage and infuser. And yeah, it's available everywhere in the world.
I'm also keeping an eye on how hot the glass is getting. That's why I'm moving the gun around a lot. Right, it's now time. Can you get me an open? Let's see. So it's now time to pop the white paint on and watch it crack. Thank you very much.
It needs to stir.
Thank you. This will definitely give it a good stir. Can you get me another one of these brushes, please?
Small smooth.
Yes, small smooth. So I'm using the Magic chalk paint and the colour is Sophio. One of the lighter paints. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Put that in there. Right, I'm going to do half of it first so you can see the comparison with or without a white background. So as I usually say, when you're putting your paint on top of your crackle, whether it's reverse decoupage or not, do it without fuss. Just get it on there. Because if you start playing around with it too much, it is a volatile product. Remember, it's trying to repel something, it's breaking the paint up, so it is quite volatile. Don't mess about with it too much, just get it slapped on there see it's starting to crack. I'm going to go to the middle of this board though, because I want you to see the difference between unpainted white and painted white. You won't see the crackles yet because right now, well, you'll see the crackles, but you'll see daylight through the crackles. I'll then have to paint it another colour to encapsulate that crackle so you can see a brown colour or a black. Right, are you ready for the reveal, my friends? And here we go. Look at this difference. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that difference there. Can you see the difference? Yeah, that's with the white and that's without the white. Can you get a photograph of that as well?
Yep.
So you can see how alive the paper is coming just from the fact that I've painted white on the back. Isn't that fabulous? Eh?
I'm gonna have to become Artemis and ask you to smile. Thank you.
You want to see that?
Yeah, it comes out really well on the camera. There's like a really clear line right down that middle part. Like line.
You see it, it's good, isn't it? So I'm going to continue getting my white paint on. It's Friday, guys. Friday. Oh, my bum's still hurting.
Do you have any plans for your weekend?
Sorry?
Any plans for your weekend?
I've got loads of plans. Yeah, I'm going to try and get to the gym. As I said, on the way back from Greece, I sat on something I shouldn't have sat on in the airport. Basically, I sat on a seat that had a handle. I hadn't seen the handle, and I went down on it with force, and it's done a lot of damage to my coccyx bone. So I'm in quite a bit of pain. The funny thing is, when it happened, it hurt when it happened, and then I got on the bus for 2 hours, got home, got out of the bus, got off the bus, got in a taxi, got out of the taxi, we brought all our bags in, and I was fine. And then when I laid on the couch, that's when the pulsating pain started. I'm just washing my hands a bit. Right, I'm going to help this along a little bit now. When you apply heat to this crackle, it makes the crackles larger. It makes them separate more. I love crackle. There's so much action there, you just watch it appearing before your eyes, and it's fast. I'm also going to start doing a lot more live with the pastes, projects with the pastes, because I've kind of pushed them to one side since I've got all these, you know, the glass plaster and the Ruthenian plaster, and I've kind of pushed the paste to one side and neglecting them a little bit, and then Sue Parsons reminded me of the wonderful things you can do with them. And then, look at that. That is just, I know that's just paste, look at that. So, I'll be doing more projects. As we get closer to Christmas, I'll be doing more projects.
Diane Bobbins joined us.
Hello, Diane.
Said good morning, Solar Joe from sunny Fall, Massachusetts. Happy Friday, it looks beautiful.
Thank you. I'm just going to wipe it with a bit of white paint on.
And also when you were holding up to show the difference, Linda Ward also said very nice. And Anna Deco Art said looks great.
Thank you. Right, now you can see the crackles. The crackles are now daylight. They're not white. They look white because it's showing the daylight through it. Can you? I don't know whether you can see it there. Can you see it? Can you see all the crackles? You can see the crackles there, can't you?
Oh yeah, you can see it
Yeah.
there best.
But you're going to see even more with the next thing that I'm going to do now. I'm going to encapsulate those crackles I can into this kind of system by applying another layer of paint. So basically I'm just doing things in reverse. So usually the first thing you do would be to paint your surface in a dark colour, isn't it? Then you'd put your crackle gel on, then you'd put your white paint on, which would crack, and then on top of all that you'd put your decoupage paper. We're doing it the other way around.
So, just by the way, Diane also said it was nice to see you and Sue crafting together yesterday.
Yeah.
Iffy Enya's also joined us and said have a nice afternoon.
Is there any what?
Iffy Enya's joined us and said have a nice afternoon.
I'm getting deaf. I need to go have a hearing aid put in.
Yeah. Oh, and Daniel has a request that could you show the container with the crackle gel closer to the camera?
Yes, I can. So the crackle gel comes in two sizes. This is one size. This is a larger size. It's a 200 ml. I think
It'll
that's
be one of these cameras.
Yeah, I will do. I think. How many ounces is that? Is it like 8 ounces? I think it's 8 ounces. And then we've got
the 110 ml.
Sorry?
The other one's the 110 ml.
The 110, that's just over 4 ounces, yeah. This is about 8, 9 ounces maybe. Right. Can you get me another brush please, Mother?
Yes, what size?
Again, one of these.
Will a large one do that's the
Yeah. Anything will do, yeah.
And 200 millilitres is just over 7 fluid ounces.
Sorry?
200 millilitres is just over 7 fluid ounces.
Oh, is it? Okay, so it's 7. Right. Apologies. Just make sure they go in water with this other way. Right. So, I can't get my brush in here. So again, I'm just improvise. So what I'm now doing is putting the brown on, which will create a backdrop for the crackles. If I just left it like this, I suppose you could leave it like this, and depending on what kind of crackle colour you want.
It'd just be a more subtle crackle.
Yeah, if you put it against a white wall, you get white crackles. If you put it against a red wall, or if you had lights.
Oh,
we need to do a lantern with crackles. Yeah, another one. Yeah, you'd get red lights. I'm doing brown. So I'm going to get brown crackles, which you will see in just a moment. I'm making sure I'm putting this all over and making sure that the paint is getting into all those nooks and crannies of the crackles that we've just created. Make it nice and neat, even though it is the back. And then you could mount this onto a board, onto a door, onto a cupboard, wherever you wish. I'm just going to dry it off a little bit so I can pick it up. Now sometimes the crackle is so strong, with chalk paint, the second coat will crack as well. If that happens, you just put another coat of brown or whatever colour you want on top. Happens with me all the time, the paste crack, the crackle paste. You know, I do like paint, crackle, paint. I'm getting all the crackles, and then I go on top with another with a paste, and it crackles again. So it's a very reactive crackle.
Betty Hiltz has just joined us and said hello.
Who?
Betty Hiltz.
Hi Betty, how are you, my love? on quite thick. Right, let's see. Now, can you see those crackles? Can you now see that? Can you see
Yeah, they're way more prominent now.
all the brown crackles there. Look at that. Showing all across the piece. Yeah. I'm just going to dry that off for a couple more minutes because if I flip it over, there's still some areas that are quite a bit damp because I put it on rather thick and I don't want it peeling off like I've done there. And this is even cracking now, you only need a third coat. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I am going to need a third coat here. So don't forget my friends, you have a 25% discount on the website of all decoupage, infuser and some selected WoodUbend mouldings. WoodUbend.com.
When you were holding when you flipped it around for everyone, Diane said, yes, I love it. Linda Ward Novakowski said, beautiful. Ian said, perfect, with about 7 exclamation marks. Josie Miller said, gorgeous. Cheryl L. Haddon said, love the crackle effect. Everyone seemed quite excited about that.
Look at it, guys, and you've got that perfect glass finish. It's all the rage at the moment with these resins, but when you can find an old piece of glass and you don't have to buy resins and mess about with them, this is a lot. I think this cost me £2, which is about $4. It's just an old rubbish frame, and I just took the glass.
Oh, and Betty replied to you, she said, I'm fine, thanks. Hope life is a little less hectic and crazy for you, though.
I hope that as well. So just getting rid of all this paint that's stuck to the surface. Now, one of my thoughts is to stencil on here. I'm just going to wipe it down. I'm not too sure though, I don't want to get it too cluttered, but what I'm trying to produce is, as you've got the iron cladded gates and all the embellishment of the iron, I want it to look like you've got your head up against the gates of this massive estate and you're peering through these cast iron embellished gates. That's what I want it to look like. So I was thinking of potentially stenciling very lightly, because I'm going to have my cast iron stuff here. Obviously it's going to get painted in black. And that like that. And that like that. So I thought of faintly stenciling onto it as part of the cast iron arrangement, so to speak. I'm going to do it. Do you know why? If I don't like it, it's glass and I can just scrape it off. Yep, and it won't be a solid stencil. I'm going to do it fainter in some places and more opaque in others. I'm not going to use my spray paint, my spray glue. I'm just going to place it on there. I need a stenciling brush, my love.
There's one right there.
Is it? Huh?
One right there.
So, I'm going to paint in my mouldings with black. And I'm going to give a bit of a rust effect. Now, do I use... Yes, I'm going to use deep gold. Did you bring me the brown Van Dyke up?
Nope. 2 seconds.
So I'm going to use 3 colours, I think. Yeah. So I've got black carbon. This is a posh chalk paste. I've got deep gold. And Connor is going to bring me brown Van Dyke, and I'm going to interchange with those colours, blending them in, making it look like it's part of these rusty wrought iron gates that I'm peering through. Thank you ever so much. And I need a WoodUbend board, and I'll tell you why I need a WoodUbend board. Can I have a WoodUbend board, Connor?
Yes, of course.
What I don't want is this bleeding through. So I need to get my brush as dry as I possibly can. And that means using one of my WoodUbend boards. So I'm just going to dip in to my paste. Somebody asked the other day, commented, what is the point of putting the paint on the board when you're going to paint it on the surface? What a waste. And I really did try to explain in the comment, but this is the reason why. So I'm offloading some of the paint, so I've only got a really tiny bit left on my brush. And then I'm just going to come in really faintly. I've got such little on my brush at the moment, there is no chance of a bleed through. Because that would spoil it. The same areas. Some areas I'm hitting, some I'm not. Now I know that my clearance area, the clearing, that bright patch, is somewhere around here. I'll come over with my black carbon and just gently tapping that on. Going to be ever so faint. Now coming in with a deep gold, just to give another shade. I'm tapping it on here all the time. All the time. Nearly there. Is everybody ready for the stencil reel? Favourite part of stenciling.
It does have that kind of same satisfying feeling when you like pull off plastic from like a new phone or something.
Yeah. Like that. And then we're going to move the stencil further down. And I can show you how these stencils are repeatable. That means you can use them again and again and again. You can just continue the pattern. Because some stencils aren't. Right, here we go. Here we go. And there we go. And it is very, very, very faint. Very faint. And I'm even thinking of coming back in and doing some more around the clearing area. Just let me dry that. I mean, this stuff dries really fast anyway. So I'm going to come back in and put some more. I'm just going to line that up. Is it through, isn't it? Isn't it? Is that faint? I'm having trouble actually lining it up. There we go. There we go. So I want the clearing is around here. I want more. I want it to show up more. And as I said, if I don't like it, because it's glass, I can just scrape it off.
So Betty Hills switched to the other Facebook chat and said, hello over here, now I can share. Shared all around, love that stencil and great idea.
Oh, thank you for the sharing. I really appreciate it.
Eliza Cordulo has also joined us on Facebook and said hi.
Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, guys.
Cynthia Mullick has also joined us and said, good beautiful morning from sunny northeastern Ohio.
Right, very sunny in the USA today, isn't it? To be fair, as Britons, we have had a beautiful summer. Right, here we go. Let's see if we've got it. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. We'll dry that off, so we'll go a little bit further down. You see, I just threaten it with the heat gun and it dries. I'm going to do it because it's a lot darker, the bottom half of the paper. I'm going to put extra paste on the surface.
See you later.
Oh, here's Theo. Come and say hello to. Come and say hello, Theo. You've been out in the rain all day. Say hello, Theo.
Hello.
Come to all the cameras, they can't all see you. Theo has been out working all day in the rain. Up scaffolding. You've been up scaffolding all day.
Someone has to work.
Oh. What do you think I'm doing? Eh? What do you think I'm doing?
Playing.
Playing? I'm playing.
Right, I'm off.
No, you're not off. You're going to wait for me because I don't have a vehicle today. So if you
Okay,
wait.
wrap it up.
Huh?
Wrap it up.
I'll be wrapping it up. Why don't you come and sit with me? No.
Going
I've
downstairs.
been in the rain all day long. He has promised that we can start doing some lives on the Saturday together. So those should be fun. So as you can tell, I'm using mainly the black carbon because I want it to leave a darker impression on the bottom half of the glass. I'll add a little bit of brown there. And I think we are now there. You ready, Connor?
Yep.
This should be quite an impressive one. There we go. Yeah, and you've got more. Right, I still want a little bit more there. I'm liking this. Just a little bit. Right, so just need it. There. And just in this area here. You need to make sure you line them up really well though. I'm not going to do much, just round there. That should do it. And that's what I wanted. There we go. Got it. Awesome. I'm going to give you that.
Yep.
Thank you. Now this looks absolutely stunning because it's 3D, you've got that depth. You can see that depth there. got the depth, that 3D, got like half it, well, is it half an inch? Maybe a third of an inch space between the pages. So the thickness of the glass, which makes it look like so. I love that, I think it's awesome. Awesome in autumn. So there we are, my friends, that is the first stage of my backdrop. And just to show you how cool of a backdrop this is going to be, let's put some of my dressing materials in front of it so you can see that was the purpose of doing this project. Right, seeing as Theo is going to go, and seeing as we have been on for 50 minutes, I'm not going to finish it all today. I will finish this, I think, on Tuesday. So, what have we done today? We've taken a piece of glass, we've done the reverse decoupage technique on it. Basically, I applied the decoupage upside down on the underface of the glass, sealed it, then I put my crackle paste on, then I put my white paint on, which cracked, created cracks, then I put my brown paint on top of that to create the backdrop for the crackles. So all that is now encapsulated. The underside does need another coat of paint, but I'll worry about it another day. And then I've done this very faint stenciling to, you'll be able to see this as soon as I start painting these bits and making them look like raw iron and placing them on the piece. It'll all start coming together and it's going to look wicked, I can tell. Right, my friends, thanks ever so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend wherever you may be on this planet, and I will see you Tuesday. Love you loads. Bye, and don't forget we've got the 25% discount, guys, on the website. See you later. Bye. It's going to come turn the cameras off in a minute. I always do it from the computer. Well, that was impressive.